this particular day and age, any one small thing can cause a relationship to go bad. But in this particular story, it was an X. And he was an X factor. It's Dark Knight Radio. I'm Dark Knight. And for this particular episode, it's going to be a story about two people that were good, had problems like every other relationship, but it was one flaw. She had an ex. And he came around, and their relationship took a turn for the worse. So, this story started out, it was two young people dating. He was 25, she was 23. And the relationship started out like most relationships, dating for a while until they made it official, made each other's friends, parents, traveled together. And, they have had emotional conversations out of the basis of an argument. The fact was that sexually they weren't compatible. She was way more sexually experienced than her boyfriend. So she would, out of argument, she would cry and say, well, my ex used to do it this way, he was this size, he lasted longer, he knew how to do more things. And she would always complain about how the fact that her current boyfriend was older and she had more sexual experience. That's a tough one. So it came to a conversation in which she stated that the love of her life was the ex-boyfriend, and that they made a pact that in any time in their lives in which they were both single or having relationship problems, they would meet each other down the line. Now, I've heard most people say their exes or their current girlfriend or boyfriend had a pact where the love of their lives were their exes, and they told them where down the line, if you were to cross paths, you would make a pact to get back with each other. Right. It never works out that way. So she stated that I forgot, it's like a something pack something. You guys post in the comments if you guys know what it is. So it went on, and he stated that, she would always, it's like she was waiting for him to mess up. So the ex, anyway, the girlfriend and the ex were still friends and had a playful relationship. How he found out, because the ex came to the house one day. And he said something that I even raised my eyebrows at. He said, well, the ex-boyfriend left his charger in her car, which I guess he had anxiety about. So one day, the ex came to the house while I guess he went to the store, and he came back. The ex was walking out the house. The ex walked straight past him and was like, what's up? And the guy was like, what's up? Like, he just walked out of his house. Then didn't say his name, didn't greet him, didn't handshake him, like, what's up? Like it was regular in the park or something. Go in the house and said, who was that? Oh, that's my ex. So you never thought to tell me he was coming over? Oh, he just left my charger in his car. Why is his charger in your car? Oh, no, he just needed me to pick him up and something, and he left the charger in my car. It's no big deal. Practically brushing it off. It was all fine and dandy. I mean, I wouldn't have believed it, but it was all fine and dandy until he said the way she was dressed was scantily clad. If I'm saying that right. And she had on something that, you would wear at nighttime or with your spouse or with your lover. Basically, some underwear like thongs or panties, a crop top with no bra. You can visibly see her nipples when it got cold. That's what, and no underwear underneath, whatever little like underwear or shorts you girls wear, you women wear. So, he was already, at that moment he knew it was trouble, that the ex could come to her house. They were already hanging out, I guess. She stated that she picked him up from work, and the story wasn't clear. Usually when something's the truth, is clear. A to B. When you have an agenda, the story is always convoluted. So, he didn't let it go, but during, I guess, as the day progressed, he was quiet, thinking about it, heart beating, anxiety, like, damn, like, this is not sitting well with me. So Couple days goes by, weeks go by. She tells him, I just want you to let you know that my ex is coming over, so you won't have any problems or think anything is going on. He said, well, why is he coming over? Oh, he just want to come and show me some of the book or, something we've been talking about. He just a friend now, so it's no big deal. He's just going to come and go 5-10 minutes tops. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to be in here when he comes. Okay. X comes up and he gets out the car. He's wearing a tank top. And I guess dude is muscular, I guess. Wears a tank top, like he just got done working out. He comes to the house and he noticed when the ex was coming over, the girlfriend was like making sure she was in tip-top shape. I mean, she was in the restroom, looking in the mirror. I swear he swore she had makeup on. She wearing leggings, t-shirt with no bra, toes out. At one point he even thought that she looked down at her, vagina through her leggings, I guess to see, everything was smelling right or if it looked right or whatever. So she's bouncing around, she's giggly, she's playing with him until he comes over, just playing, wrestling, hitting him in the chest. She's in a good mood, a mood in which she hasn't shown him in a long time. So he comes over and he's like, oh yeah, and he's like, man, she's really excited for this dude to come over and just drop off a book. What's really going on? Comes over and he's in the living room and he looks at the front door. She hugs him, and it's a deep hug. And it's a hug I love for how it. She gave him a hug in which I like to be hugged. Dark Knight like to be hugged. I like for a girl to put her arms around my neck and I put my arms around her back, the small of her back. That's how I love to be hugged. If you're not hugging me this way, we gotta have a conversation, because that's a problem. I digress though. So she got his arm. She has her arms around his neck, and he's breathing deeply to get all of her scent, the hair, the perfume. He's drinking it in, and he notices it. And he said, "Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing, man? What's up?" Oh, and he looks at the boyfriend, and his eyes gets big. Like, what? Who? Somebody didn't tell somebody something. He comes in. Like, oh, who that? Oh, this my boyfriend. She said, I guess she said it kind of hesitantly. Oh, he's my boyfriend. Oh, what's up, dude? What's going on? None? Yeah, I'm just dropping off a book with her. Ain't no big deal. Right. They sit in the living room, and I guess they started discussing the book or the paper. He's still unsure exactly what it was. It might have been a book on Kama Sutra. Who knows? So he's in the other room trying to be too obvious that he's concerned about this guy's, pop-up cameo appearance. He's in the kitchen, back and forth, getting some meat back and forth to the living room. And they're playing like he's grabbing at her neck, grabbing at her arm. They're hitting each other's thighs. And from what I get from the story, he says that the guy looked like, they was in deep playful mode and looked like the guy was aroused. And he noticed the girlfriend looking down, at the guy's, arousal piece. So things are going on. He's by the door, and he said, "Hey, like, come on now, let's, y'all a little bit too friendly, y'all a little bit too close now. What's going on?" She said, "Oh, just calm down. We just friends, and nothing like that. Get out your feelings about it. There ain't no feeling like y'all up here hitting each other's legs and snapping at each other's neck. Like, that's something, man. You and your girl do, you and your boyfriend do." "Ah, man, no big deal. This is my homie, man. We ain't even on that type time no more. I sit in another sofa for you, man. It makes you uncomfortable." Okay, cool. He accepts it. I don't know why. He would have been outside the house. So he goes back in the kitchen with him. So he hears this. Psst, 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 psst. Now the conversation has gotten lower and lower since he made the comment. So he's like, "Man, why are you whispering?" So he gets quiet over there and she giggles. It's hard. It is hard. He sneaks in the door and sees this guy whipped out his penis, right? And the girl is giggling at it and reaching at it, right? He sits there and he listens. He said, you know what? It's already, it is what it is already. I just want to see how far she's willing to go. So she looks around the corner or whatever, and the ex is on the other sofa, and she comes over there quietly, tiptoeing almost, and she puts the tip of the guy's penis in her hand and in her mouth, and he's sitting there watching it, right? And the dude is leaning back, pulling her head down, right? And she's trying hard not to goggle and gag. He's looking at this, and the guy looks up and sees him, and he tells the girl, chill out, chill out, chill out. And the guy leaves the house. I guess he runs about the house, right? Before he leaves, he looks back at the boyfriend, he smiles, and he giggles. The girl looks back, he looks at her boyfriend, she smiles, she giggles. So the boyfriend's like, this what going on? How long it's been going on? Like, y'all seen you sitting here giving this man like top in the living room? This what's going on? And she looks back, she said, well, I told you he was bigger. Like, you ain't working with nothing. I can't gag on yours. It's not big enough. You don't look like him. He got muscles, you don't. The guy flips out, tears the house up. You know, the guy's already gone in his car. I don't know how he was able to come and leave and sit and have a tea time with your girl, no way. He said, well, you just want to break up, did I? You don't want to talk about it? And she's like, what kind of man are you? I said, you saw me just giving a guy a blowjob in the living room. And you still going to ask me if I want to be with you? She looks at him and says, you're weak. Alright? She said, we're going to be together. I'm going to still be doing this to him, to old bro who just left, because you're not, I don't feel those type of feelings about you. You don't make me wet. You don't make me hot. You're not real, your manhood is not what his is. I've been missing it ever since we've been together. So he leaves, he goes to the park, and I guess develop a certain depression about this. I mean, who wouldn't have those type of feelings? And, I guess he goes back to get his stuff about a week later, and he noticed that the guy's in there or whatever. And the guy has a look on his face like, damn, like, I ain't really mean for it to happen like this. And the girl is just like, whatever, forget him. Let him get his stuff, he can go. And, I guess the guy left and he never spoke to the girl again. But from what I hear from the conclusion of the story, they're not together anymore. I don't know if it was a fling, but the ex-boyfriend and the current girlfriend, they're not even together, not even talking. And since then, I guess the girlfriend tried to contact the guy she cheated on, just to try to feel better about the situation, try to get him back. And no one has heard from the guy again, from what I gather. They still new information on it. So this one was crazy, man. I can't imagine someone who's been put through this or have to live through this, and that pain takes forever to get over. And you're going to carry that baggage into the next relationship. So in actuality, you probably never be good again. But her ex was the X factor. And he noticed like the whole relationship was based off her feelings of the ex dumping her. And how she never got over it, and how he gave her the best sex or the best time, or he was the only man to act like a man around her. He's the only guy she trusted. And it goes to show you got to be careful. You got to interview the people you're trying to get in a relationship with. You can't just date them because they look good or what they have or who you think they are. Know them. Post your comments about this one. It's crazy. It's Dark Knight Radio. I'm Dark Knight. You guys be good. Be safe.